What up, everybody? It's your boy Nathan here, and I'm back with another video on this Imagination Media channel. I want to start a new type of video I like to call Sketchbook Nostalgia, where I just go back in time, go down memory lane, so to speak, and just to look back at my old sketches, my old drawings, how I used to draw back then, how I used to think back then. Because I think the sketchbooks for an artist is a reflection of that. And this, I'm pretty sure this is the oldest sketchbook I have. I mean, it's falling apart. I tried to tape the sides, but you know, the clay didn't hold. But yeah, let's get started. Let's see, what's my first drawing back in the day? Okay, so I drew Supergirl. Back in high school, a lot of people would try to draw in each other's sketchbooks and just write little notes. This is high school, grade 10 to be exact. So you'll probably see little funny things like that throughout. But yeah, and also I did a lot of, you know, what should I say? I will look at a picture and then try and draw it. Not trace it, but try and draw it. Like, I'll have the picture off to the side, like right here, and then I'll try and draw it here. That's, you know, something I used to love doing back in the day, back in like the early 2000s. And, you know, yeah, early 2000s, I'd say. I guess I must have liked Supergirl back then. That's another Supergirl drawing. Surprised I was able to get the hands. I can't find the original images of these. And then Spider-Man. Yes, I tried to draw Spider-Man back in the day too. As you see, tried to draw the buildings. Yeah, this is done in, I think, March 31st, 2007. Oh my goodness. I'm actually really glad. I am very glad I wrote down the dates of these. Yeah, so I've never done this kind of video before. I got a camera on the tripod. I'm just trying to balance everything out. But yeah, this is the thumbnail pic right here. Drew Batman. What's the date? This one, 2007 April. Okay, so not that long after I drew this one. Tried to capture all the details in the bats. You know, back then. You know, in between getting my homework done, I was trying to do this stuff. And yeah, I was really proud of this one. It's one of my favorite pictures I've ever drawn back in the day. But yeah, again, a lot of images were just from me trying to recreate an image I liked or I found on the internet and I printed. Oh yeah. Y'all remember Street Fighter 2V? 2000, I think it's 2007 still. Look at this. I used to love this show. This is off of a DVD case, front cover, and I tried to draw it. Yeah, this is where we get more into like my own imagination. Try to make my own like main character, Duke Caden. Yeah, he's like my first main character I ever made when it comes to trying to draw my own thing. Just more rough sketches of that. Grade 10 homework that I put in there. Yeah, I think I use a sketchbook for homework this time. It's true. As you can see, just perspective stuff. Yeah, I think my grade 10 teacher, let me get this out of the way. I think my grade 10 teacher was all about trying to get us to do some perspective for one of our assignments. Perspective is a tricky one. Oh yeah, a friend of mine at the time drew stuff in my sketchbook. Yeah, a lot of that goes on, I guess. We just being kids back then, you know? Triangle Square, Motor City. Yeah, more perspective stuff. It's kind of boring. Not that great. You know, just, oh yeah. Yeah, just more doodles on the side there. Back when I used to listen to rap, I used to be a huge Ludacris fan. Just drawing the cover. This is one of my, I think I had this in for an assignment in grade 10. This crazy Archangel dude. You know what I mean? I forget what the assignment was, but this is what came out of it. I think this is when I first started to get into shading. Like, I guess, backgrounds and stuff like that. I think I did a little bit of shading on the angel drawing too. But this one's like a little different. Just, yeah, I think more assignment or homework stuff. Yeah, just more homework stuff. It might get a little boring, so I'm gonna try and skip through these. Just more trying to learn the human anatomy. think this is straight up out of a book on anatomy, but I forget which one. And yeah, more anatomy stuff. Oh, yeah, this is definitely for an assignment for. This definitely looks like an assignment for high school. The whole crucifixion. Yeah, I used to go to a Catholic school, so yeah, we have to do stuff like this, I guess. I don't see myself drawing this like on my own. I'm pretty sure it's an assignment I have to do. And then I think I got 9 out of 10 on that one. I think. I don't know. And then this is the Last Supper, of course, the famous Last Supper painting. I forgot who painted it, but I think it was off of a painting I drew this from. But yeah, this is what I ended up drawing for another homework assignment. Oh, yeah, I got 9 out of 10 on this one too. Sweet. I'm just going down memory lane right now. Sketchbook Nostalgia is a crazy thing, and I drew Ayane from Dead or Alive video games. So yeah, another example. I used to love doing just straight up me trying to capture what I see on an image, and I'll show you a pretty good example. I actually have an example of something like that, and I'll show you at the end of the video, where I really try to draw one of my favorite characters of all time off of something and then try to recreate it. So it's just more random stuff. Let me make sure it's on focus. Please focus. So this is really rough stuff. I think another assignment here. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to get this thing to work, the camera, but it's being weird. So yeah, just another. So Puma pounces through the house there. Dude's freaking out. Oh no. Yeah, definitely looks like an assignment. More doodles or more random, I guess, notes or whatever. And then the Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I used to play Mortal Kombat like crazy back in that day. So I drew Scorpion back then. I think it was from like a picture I saw somewhere. But I added some extra stuff like the spear. Some random stuff there. Random stuff there. So I think this is the character I created from Soul Calibur 3. Come on. Yeah, I created this character from Soul Calibur 3. Now, pay attention to her as best you can, because the phone will allow, and she'll become important later. But yeah, this is my first OC, I guess, or one of my first OCs, and you'll see her again later. Just bear in mind. And this is my boy Duke Caden from Ultra Force that I tried to make my own little side comic, not side comic, but like for funsies type thing. He's upset, as you can tell. He's upset. I tried to do like a Dragon Ball-ish type feel to him. And this is me trying to draw my room. Yeah, I see the Zeller's uniform on the chair there to over here. Yes, this is where I used to live in my old house. Trying to do my teddy bear and all this stuff. This is crazy. Yeah, this is definitely nostalgic. My goodness, I forgot I drew this. This is insane. Okay, hold on. Let me keep going here. I don't make this video too long. Ooh, my favorite Soul Calibur character, Taki. Again, she's another character that I want you to keep in mind because you'll see her again later. Yeah, try to draw her. This one takes me back. This is my brother's pet bird. I drew her before she passed away, and yeah, I forgot I drew her as well. We call it. I'm pretty sure it was a female bird because she laid an egg. But yeah, we called her Spike because she was a Vita cockatiel parrot. But yeah, I miss this bird. It's one of my favorite pets I've ever had. Okay, so this came quicker than I thought, but remember I was telling you to remember Taki and the other girl? Well, I drew them in like a battle scene kind of comic thing. You guys could pause to see what's going on, but I'm not gonna linger on this too long because this video is already getting long. But yeah, this is Taki versus my Soul Calibur 3 OC character. And then as you can see, they're about to duke it out. This is a teleport move. And then I did like a whole like finishing move type thing, like Taki gets to drop on her and knocks her down. Yeah, I still like comics. And I used to always love the big splash like images of a crazy scene kind of thing. And then yeah, there's a lot of dialogue. Again, if you want to pause, hopefully the camera catches it well. You guys can pause and read this if you want. If the mood should strike you to read my goofy stories that I be making up. Yeah, all this stuff is made up stuff. I try to draw from memory for the most part. Actually, yeah, this part here, well, not this part, but hold on. I particularly like this part here because one of my favorite moves that Taki has in the game, where she goes into her stance and she can like flip and do all this stuff. Love that. I try to recreate that, but yeah, that's just an example of me trying to expressing my desire to create my own comic books. Who knows, I might do this someday. Oh yeah, okay, so here's another example of me trying to draw a character from a printout, and now trying to draw it. Trying to get better at drawing women. And this is another example. Trying to get better at drawing women faces. And then let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, I remember this one. So the printout was just her. I don't know if she was eating ice cream. I think I might have like changed the image a bit. But yeah, I drew her from a printout and then I added the background just to try and like add things and stuff. I drew my Vita cockatiel, my brother's pet Vita cockatiel over here. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, I like to try to add stuff. And the squirrel bottom there. In this case, the number 13 is lucky. Yeah, I also like to admit I was a little immature back then. You know, I was a little silly with my drawings. But yeah, it's just an example of, you know, I can see growth, maturity, you know, because this is back when I was in grade 10. And I don't know what I was trying to draw here. I guess I never got around to finishing it. Just some mirror stuff. Woo! I remember him, Saber Ligon or Saber Tygon. When I first heard about Ligers and Ligers and Tygons, I was obsessed with them. Like they used to crossbreed tigers and lions in captivity. So these animals actually only exist in captivity. So I made a character out of it. The saber-tooth tiger, Cyber Light Tygon. I was what I was thinking back then, but it seemed cool enough, I guess, at the time. Saber Scimitar. I mean, who knows? I might bring it back. I might bring it back in a different way, kind of like draw a new character out of it. So there's more ideas. I would write notes. Oh yeah, I think this is me. I think this is me trying to get better at drawing characters for animation. I think, or just I guess preparing for college to make my portfolio. But yeah, I think this is off of a character drawing book. Same thing goes for this one. I think this is my own thing. Yeah, I was drawing all kinds of stuff back then, I guess. Don't just let's see. Draw more. I was trying to draw my previous Light Tygon character. It's crazy. More crazy. So this is more characters I drew from imagination. I think his name is Magus or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, there's a whole book. I actually made with Ultra Force. These are all Ultra Force characters. Like I forget her name, but she's like the young kid of the group. But yeah, I did a whole comic book like sketch like hobby type thing in my duo tag. I might show it in a separate video. But yeah, this is just more random stuff. Try to move along quick because so as you can see here, there's a transition. I'm trying to learn more about characters for animation because I was working on my portfolio back then. This is my first portfolio character because for my Sheridan portfolio, I had to make a character rotation, and I decided to do a firefighter platypus. I should redraw him again just for the fun of it. But yeah, just trying to learn the anatomy, learn how to draw the human body properly. Go on to the page, just more stuff like that. Learning the proportions and where everything is placed, the landmarks. Very important when you learn how to draw. It takes you very far when it comes to creating your own characters. When it comes to life drawing, we're drawing the nude figure. it helps immensely. And once you get to a point of, see, I used to make all these notes of how the male and the female body is, and once you get to that point of when you memorize it, you're able to just, it becomes second nature on how you can just draw a male and female body and just create whatever you want with them. So this is it's more me transitioning to learning how to draw the human anatomy to prepare myself for animation. But because I was trying to get into college, the college shared an animation program in where I live in Oakville. Well, I don't live in Oakville, but yeah, some more stuff here. There's another part of the portfolio requirement. You have to do like a storyboard thing. Just more stuff like that. I'm gonna try and whip through these because it might look a little boring to some of you out here. Might be a little boring. Just repetition, just drawing the characters over and over again, because you need to learn how. When it comes to animation, you need to know the character like the back of your hand. You know, that's why we as animators have to. We're given a character model sheet, so we can make sure we stay on model. Oh, and this is. We make sure to stay on model, and we have to practice like drawing the character over and over again. But yeah, this is still life. Draw objects in space, like on a table or something like that. That's another requirement for the portfolio. And I think, some people would like critique my stuff. This paper is hard to flip through. What's going on? There we go. Some more stuff like that. This is me trying to learn how to draw a nude figure. I know it's very like, I guess, funny, but it does help you with becoming a better artist, because you just drawing the human body is the basis of a lot of character design. Speaking of character design, I'm just trying to make a big like gym coach dude. Oh, it's another still life. Drawing, I think it was a box of Q-tips or something like that, and a water bottle, perfume, cologne, whatever. And then more stuff like that. Let me try and skip through this quickly until I find something more noteworthy. Yeah, this is a lot of, just regular practice stuff. Practice. Second. More practice stuff. Just learning how to draw shapes. A good old tutor of mine named John Chow, shout out to him. He helped me learn a lot about drawing. He was pivotal in getting me to where I am now. I think this is the cafe sketching, which is something he introduced me to. I gotta start cafe sketching again, where if for those who don't know what cafe sketching is, you just pretty much go to any public place and sit there and draw people. You don't be like weird about it. You just draw people walking by and stuff like that. Ooh, I drew tacky again. Yeah, it's a tacky picture from the internet I saw. Just more drawing funny stuff there, and yeah, just a lot of notes for animation for the shared in college portfolio sessions, more character designs. Let me just get through all the boring stuff. A lot of loose stuff, but that's what sketchbooks have, sketchbooks have a lot of, notes. It's a way to express your artistic ideas, right? To organize your artistic ideas, to do all that stuff. Oh, handle drawings. So that's it for that. And my sketchbook is like busted, as you can see. So back should go. Some of the sketches that were in that book, but I had to draw them on a separate piece of paper because I just chose to, I guess, at the time. One of our assignments for our grade 10, my grade 10 high school, I think it was grade 10. We had to pick a picture and just draw it with ink. We use the classical ink pens, and we would dip it in ink and then draw it. And this is what came out of it. Let me see if this is definitely for grade, I'm pretty sure it's grade 10 or 11. But again, this is what I did a lot back in the day, where I'd find a picture and then draw it on a separate piece of paper to see if I could recreate the original picture. And yeah, I'm very proud of this. I mean, I can see the mistakes I've made already, but very proud of it. This is way back in the day. Hopefully we can focus. This is how my drawing is. This is what I used to do a lot back in the day, and my teacher always leave a mark. I got a 94. Sweet. But it's so interesting because I don't do this stuff anymore. I don't really look at pictures and try to draw them. I draw just from imagination now. It's out of his own. I think I found a printout and I just tried to draw it. Yeah, this is definitely not from imagination. Let's see if there's like a. No, there's no date on this, but I definitely drew it back in the day. It's one of my favorite pics because it just came out so well. Ghost Rider. Yeah. And then now, so again, I know this man I mentioned before in the beginning, I drew my favorite character back in the day from a book that I used to have. An old sticker book with glow in the dark stickers. I don't think they glow in the dark anymore because this came out like, I don't even know, 2002? Something like that. But yeah, I still have this book, y'all. Look at this. 2002, yeah, I think I got it from the Scholastic. Comment in the comments below if y'all used to love ordering Scholastic books. I used to live for Scholastic book orders. So, there's Goku, and there's Goku again. So this is me trying to draw Goku from this book. I did this in, can't read it, but, oh wait, I don't have the date, never mind. Yeah, I thought I dated it. But yeah, this is me trying to draw Goku, recreate that iconic scene from when he's about to turn Super Saiyan 3. We tried to redraw it here. Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite pictures I've ever drawn, especially when it comes to the context of trying to recreate something I saw on an external piece of artwork. Me trying to redraw it to see if I could capture the essence of it, or master copy. I think it's called making a master copy. Yeah, I tried to see if I could do that, but yeah, I think it came up pretty well, especially with what I did back in the day, not knowing anything really. I was just trying to copy what I see type thing. But yeah, this is my sketchbook nostalgia. Looking through this now, it's so easy to see how my perspective on drawing is different now, compared to back then. I wasn't as imaginative back then, as I am now. Pretty much everything I draw now is a lot more trying to draw my own thing. And just I can see the growth, just the different mindset I had back then too. It's just so funny to see it, and to kind of just go back in time and look through the old stuff. But yeah, if you guys like this, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, let me know if you guys want to see another Sketchbook Nostalgia episode. Also, let me know, feel free to like, share, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm out. Peace.